When I first started taking a GLP-1, the first 10 pounds I lost was the easiest weight I've ever had to lose. I literally didn't have to try compared to when I wasn't microdosing. But soon after, my weight loss was starting to slow down a lot, so I needed to make some changes to continue to lose more fat. So in this video, I'm going to go over what those changes are and talk about active and passive fat loss. And by the end of the video, you'll hopefully know what to do in case your fat loss is also slowing down and you want to lose more weight. I'm Nico, nutrition coach microdosing tirzepatide to help control my binge eating and to lose some vanity weight. All right, let's talk about the concept of active and passive fat loss. Active fat loss is putting in the effort to lose weight, like tracking how much you're eating, purposely lowering your food, consistently weighing yourself, typical weight loss related things. Passive fat loss is not doing any of those things or just a little bit and still losing weight. Essentially barely even trying and letting the GLP-1 do all the heavy lifting. Pretty much everyone who is microdosing a GLP-1 for the specific purpose of fat loss is in either one of these two camps. Most people start passive, but eventually when weight loss slows down, they either stay passive or make the switch to active. To illustrate the switch, I'll tell you about my friend who chose to go from passive to active. So my friend started microdosing tirzepatide about 6 months ago to help control her food noise. She wasn't trying to lose weight, but she did. She went from, I think, 126 pounds to 119 pounds. At 5'3". She lost the weight because having less food noise meant she wasn't thinking of eating all the time. So she ate less food and lost fat without intentionally trying. She was passively losing weight. And overall, 7 pounds in 6 months isn't bad for passive weight loss, but technically on the slower side compared to if she was actively losing it. But now she has a trip to Hawaii that's coming up in 2 months, and she wants to lose a little bit more weight. 5 pounds to be exact. Mostly because she wants to feel a bit more confident in a bikini and look good on the beach. So she's making the switch from passive fat loss to active fat loss. Now, why is she doing that? Because she knows at the rate she's losing, she wouldn't be able to lose the 5 pounds and get the look she wants in the bikini before Hawaii. The good news is that for her, 5 pounds in 2 months at her height and current weight is totally doable. And honestly, she has time to lose a bit more if she wants to. And if she chooses to, this gives her headroom on her vacation to eat and drink more food without feeling bad about it. And also, she'll probably enjoy her trip more when she isn't worried about gaining too much weight on the vacation itself. But she can't do that if she's losing weight passively. So like my friend, I also had to switch from passive to active, but my reasons for switching are different, and I'll talk about that now. First off, passive fat loss is great because it's really easy to lose weight, which we all want. But I started at a healthy weight and I'm losing for vanity, meaning just to look better. So I don't have much to lose compared to someone who is overweight. And as I lose more and get leaner, the harder it is for me to hit my goal. Now, losing the weight passively is possible, but it comes with some downsides that I'm just not willing to make trades for. The first downside is that it can be pretty slow because if I'm just relying on my GLP-1 compared to being intentional with my weight loss, like tracking what I eat and purposely eating less, then I won't lose as fast as I want to. Also, slow weight loss can eventually lead to a plateau, meaning no weight loss, unless I make adjustments to how much I'm eating. But I wouldn't know what adjustments to make if I was losing passively. Now, you technically can speed up your weight loss by just increasing your dose, but that leads to the second downside, which is relying on higher doses to lose weight. When people speed up their passive fat loss by constantly increasing their dose, they lose the weight by getting more appetite suppression, which leads to eating less food. But increasing your dose always comes with the chance of getting more side effects or too much appetite suppression. And too much can lead to undereating and the problems that come with that, like low energy or muscle loss if taken to the extreme. It's not guaranteed that these things happen, but chances definitely go up. And for me, I want to be able to control how I respond to my dose and prevent these bad things from happening as much as possible. I assume since you're watching this, you're microdosing, and one of the benefits to microdosing is that there's more control over our dose, which means reducing the chance of side effects. And constantly increasing your dose can mean increasing how much you have to pay for your GLP-1. At least that's the case for me, but I'll go over the money stuff soon. All right, let's talk about why I chose to actively lose weight. The first and main reason was because my weight loss was slow down. I use an app to track my weight and it told me how much I was losing per week, and it progressively was getting less or slower. And if I didn't do anything about it, then I would plateau. I didn't want to increase my dose for the sole reason of avoiding side effects because I'm sensitive to the meds, and I haven't increased it in like 5 months. just because of that. And actively losing weight almost always means I lose more fat in less time. Like, let's assume I was losing at a slow rate, half a pound per week. Just using easy math for my example, this might be a good rate of loss for some people. But anyways, in a month, I would lose 2 pounds. If I lost 1 pound per week instead of half a pound, then at 3 weeks, I would already have lost 3 pounds, which is more fat loss in less time. And at 4 weeks, I've doubled my fat loss compared to half a pound per week. This time and weight loss adds up, which means I can hit my goal weight possibly months sooner, assuming I can sustain it. And who wouldn't want that? And also because I'm not constantly increasing my dose means I save money and can spend it on something else. Like, I don't know, my hobbies or buying stuff for my girlfriend or something. Like, if you didn't have to spend money on a GLP-1, what would you spend it on instead? That's a little fun question to ask yourself. Now, for the most part, money isn't personally super big of an issue for me, but I want to cover it because it still matters to some extent. And I know some people have to get their GLP-1 from really expensive med spas or compound pharmacies, and they can possibly save money by actively losing weight. And this point will relate to the first one I made, faster and more fat loss. So the higher the dose and the longer it takes me to hit my goal weight, the more money I have to spend. I'll use my numbers for example. I'm at 0.75 milligrams tirzepatide, actively losing weight. Now let's assume if I'm passively losing weight, I have to double it to 1.5 milligrams just to see the same amount of weight loss. That's double the dose and more meds, which equals to more money because of where I get my GLP-1. Now, spending more time losing the weight also costs me more. To put it simply, if I'm using the same amount of tirzepatide, but it takes me 9 months to hit my goal weight versus 15 months, that's 6 more months of paying for my GLP-1. And if we combine the scenarios, 0.75 milligrams at 9 months versus 1.5 milligrams at 15 months, it's obvious which version of me has to spend more. So me actively losing weight means I can keep my dose relatively low and lose weight faster, which means I save money. The last point is skills or habits to help prevent fat rebounds. Actively losing weight requires certain things to do and learn. Like I said earlier, things like tracking food, measuring food, weighing yourself properly, managing hunger when it comes back, just to name a few. I call these skills, but some people refer to them as habits. In this context, they're the same thing. When passively losing weight, you can get away with not doing any of these things, but the problem comes when I reduce my dose after I hit my goals. If I don't have these skills in place, then I'm going to regain the weight. It happened before I took a GLP-1, and I'm sure it will happen again when I lower my dose. The reason why I say I know I can rebound is because at the end of the week when my shot wears off, my hunger comes back. This is because there's less GLP-1 in my system. I plan on reducing my meds after I hit my goals, so my hunger is going to come back even stronger and become more frequent because I'm just taking less tirzepatide. So the way I manage hunger as well as make sure I don't rebound is by relying on these skills or habits. Now, of course, learning these skills takes a bit of effort up front, but eventually it gets really easy and just becomes a habit that you don't think about. Like when you first learn how to brush your teeth or tie your shoes as a kid, it might have taken some effort, but nowadays you do it without thinking and it's pretty quick. And just quickly going over all the skills I use and I think matters, it's tracking my weight in food, measuring my weight in food, and managing hunger like eating only when I'm hungry or drinking carbonated drinks, things like that. Doing all these things takes me like a combined total of like, I don't know, less than 30 seconds per day. Like weighing myself is just stepping on the scale, then I put the number in my weight tracking app, and that takes like 10 seconds, probably less. I'm not even mentioning exercise because I believe it's not a habit needed to lose weight. I do it because it has a ton of other benefits and it can help with weight loss, but it's not necessary. I just think it's enjoyable and it aligns with my goals. Kind of a tangent, so let's move on. Okay, here's what I do to go from passive to active in case you wanted to start. First, it's okay to lose passively, especially in the beginning when the weight can fly off. It's safe and easy fat loss. I did it and my friend did, but if you're like us and want to lose more weight faster, with little downsides like side effects and spending more, then the switch to active might be the play for you. Next is track your food. It doesn't matter how you do it. I use a food journal. Some people count calories and use a weight tracking app, which brings us to the next point, using a weight tracking app. Consistently logging your weight tells you how fast you're losing and if you're going to plateau. And once you know that, you can make adjustments necessary to prevent it or even break it if you're in one. The app I use is called Shotzi, which is GLP-1 related, but there are a ton of other ones out there and most of them are great. Now, if you're currently losing fat passively, doing these active things now, if you aren't already, makes the transition to active fat loss smooth and easy. And plus, you're building the skills and habits to help keep the weight off if you plan on reducing your meds like me or attempting to get off them once you hit your goal weight. And the last point is making adjustments to continue to lose weight. My whole channel is basically all about active fat loss and how I make the adjustments needed to lose more weight and solve problems that can come up. This whole video is just current me giving advice to past me when I started microdosing. And if you're like past me and just starting or want better results from your microdose, my videos are basically me documenting my mistakes. So hopefully you don't make them and you can continue to lose the weight and look how you want to. All right, that's the video. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Thanks for watching. Bye.